Living alone in mid-20th century Britain often meant preparing meals that were fast, affordable, and quietly dependable. This video examines 10 British dinners that seniors relied on when time, energy, and money were limited. These were not recipes of celebration or display. They were meals shaped by habit, rationing, and long evenings spent in modest kitchens. Each dish could be prepared in minutes using ingredients that were familiar and accessible. Understanding these dinners matters because they reveal how older generations sustain themselves with dignity and routine. If these meals are forgotten, an essential record of everyday British life disappears. Bread and dripping. Part 1 begins with bread and dripping, a meal remembered more by necessity than taste. For seniors living alone in early 20th century Britain, this dish represented reliability. Dripping was rendered fat saved from roasted meat and reused carefully over many days. Nothing was wasted, because nothing could be replaced easily. A slice of bread, often stale, was revived with warmth. The dripping was spread thin, sometimes seasoned only with salt. Preparation took minutes, yet it delivered calories that kept bodies working through long afternoons. This meal appeared frequently in households affected by rationing, low pensions, and limited access to fresh foods. Bread and dripping was rarely eaten for pleasure. It was eaten because it was available, filling, and familiar. For older individuals, it carried the comfort of routine rather than variety. Sitting alone at a small table, many seniors repeated this meal without complaint. This dish matters because it shows how survival shaped daily eating. It reflects restraint, memory, and adaptation. Bread and dripping sustained generations who measured meals by usefulness, not indulgence. Remembering it helps explain how seniors endured quiet days with limited means and unwavering discipline. Such meals defined independence during aging and protected dignity in solitude alone. Tinned sardines on toast. Part 2 focuses on tinned sardines on toast, a meal shaped by shelf life and simplicity. For seniors living alone in Britain, tinned fish offered security. Sardines were affordable, widely distributed, and could be stored without spoilage. This made them dependable for individuals who shopped infrequently or relied on limited weekly allowances. Preparation required little effort. Bread was toasted, and the sardines were laid on top, often with the oil from the tin poured carefully over the surface. Seasoning was minimal. Salt or pepper was used when available, but the fish itself carried enough flavor to stand alone. This meal was valued for its nourishment. Sardines provided protein and fats that sustained aging bodies without demanding long cooking times. For many seniors, this dish appeared during midday or early evening, paired with tea and eaten in silence. Tinned sardines on toast mattered because they balanced economy with nutrition. It represented a practical compromise between health and effort. The meal reflected an understanding of limits, both physical and financial. Remembering it reveals how seniors maintained independence through food that was modest, efficient, and reliable. These small meals formed the backbone of daily survival in solitary British homes. Bubble and squeak. Part 3 introduces bubble and squeak, a dish rooted in reuse and restraint. For seniors living alone in Britain, this meal emerged from leftovers rather than planning. Cooked vegetables, most often potatoes and cabbage, were chopped and fried together in a small pan. Nothing fresh was required, and nothing edible was discarded. Preparation was brief and familiar. A modest amount of fat heated the pan, and the vegetables were pressed flat and left to brown. The sound gave the dish its name. Cooking required attention, not effort, making it suitable for aging hands and limited energy. Bubble and squeak was commonly eaten the day after a larger meal, when leftovers remained but appetites were modest. For seniors, it offered warmth and substance without waste. It turned fragments of previous meals into something complete. This dish matters because it reflects discipline learned over decades. Bubble and squeak was not about invention. It was about continuity. Remembering it explains how seniors sustain themselves through habit, patience, and respect for food. Such meals preserved independence and reduced reliance on outside help, even in quiet households where cooking had become a solitary act. Cheese and onion sandwich. Part 4 examines the cheese and onion sandwich, a meal built on simplicity and balance. For seniors living alone in Britain, this dish required little preparation and no cooking. Cheese was filling, stored well, and rationed carefully. Onions were inexpensive and available year-round. Together, they formed a dependable meal. Preparation was direct. Bread was sliced evenly. Cheese was cut thin to make it last longer. Onion was chopped finely to soften its sharpness. The sandwich was eaten cold or lightly warmed, depending on habit and preference. No garnish was expected. No variation was necessary. This meal appeared often during lunch or early evening, when energy was low and effort needed to be minimal. For seniors, it offered both nourishment and familiarity. The combination provided protein and flavor without demanding time or strength. The cheese and onion sandwich mattered because it reflected restraint and planning. It was a meal that respected limits while maintaining dignity. Remembering it shows how older individuals relied on modest foods to preserve independence. These quiet meals supported daily life without drawing attention. They were not memorable for their taste, but for their reliability and role in sustaining solitary routines. Beans on toast. Part 5 centers on beans on toast, a meal that became a fixture of solitary British kitchens. For seniors living alone, tinned baked beans offered certainty. They were inexpensive, filling, and available in nearly every shop. Bread and beans together formed a complete meal that required little planning or effort. Preparation was straightforward. Beans were warmed slowly in a small saucepan. Toast was prepared while they heated. The beans were poured directly over the bread, often eaten from a single plate. Seasoning was rare, as the sauce provided sufficient flavor. This meal appeared frequently in the evening, when fatigue made longer cooking undesirable. For seniors, beans on toast provided warmth and satiety without waste. Portions were controlled, and leftovers were uncommon. Beans on toast mattered because it represented efficiency without neglect. It delivered nourishment quickly and consistently. The dish reflects how older generations adapted commercial foods into reliable routines. It supported independence by reducing dependence on assistance or complex preparation. Remembering this meal explains how seniors balanced cost, effort, and sustenance. In many quiet homes, beans on toast marked the end of the day, eaten calmly and without ceremony, reinforcing a rhythm shaped by self-reliance and practicality. Egg and chips. Part 6 focuses on egg and chips, a modest meal that balanced comfort with restraint. For seniors living alone in Britain, this dish offered warmth and familiarity without complexity. Eggs were affordable and versatile. Potatoes were filling and widely available. Together, they formed a dependable evening meal. Preparation followed a simple rhythm. Potatoes were sliced and fried slowly in a small pan or shallow fat. An egg was cracked carefully and cooked to preference, often fried rather than boiled for speed. Portions were modest, reflecting both appetite and economy. The meal could be prepared in minutes with tools already at hand. Egg and chips appeared most often at the end of the day, when energy was limited but a hot meal still mattered. For seniors, it provided protein and substance without waste. The plate was complete without additions. Nothing extra was required. This meal matters because it shows how comfort foods adapted to solitary living. Egg and chips offered satisfaction without excess. It respected limits while preserving routine. Remembering it helps explain how older individuals maintained normalcy through familiar meals. These dinners supported independence and self-respect, proving that simplicity, when practiced consistently, could sustain both body and habit in quiet British homes. Scotch broth. Part 7 examines Scotch broth, a meal rooted in patience and careful use of supplies. For seniors living alone in Britain, this dish was valued for its ability to stretch ingredients across several days. Scotch broth was built slowly from barley, root vegetables, and small amounts of meat or bones saved from earlier meals. Preparation was deliberate but not demanding. Ingredients were added to a pot and simmered gently, requiring little attention once started. The broth improved with time, making it practical for individuals who preferred to cook once and eat repeatedly. Portions were reheated as needed, providing warmth and consistency. This meal appeared frequently during colder months, when hot food offered comfort and stability. For seniors, Scotch broth delivered nourishment without waste. Barley added substance, while vegetables provided balance. The dish did not rely on precision. It relied on experience and habit. Scotch broth mattered because it reflected long-standing knowledge about endurance and economy. It showed how seniors adapted traditional cooking to solitary living. Remembering this dish reveals how older individuals sustain themselves through planning rather than convenience. These bowls of broth supported independence, reduced expense, and maintained a sense of continuity with earlier life, even as daily routines grew quieter and more contained. Tinned corned beef hash. Part 8 focuses on tinned corned beef hash, a meal valued for speed, convenience, and sustenance. For seniors living alone in mid-20th century Britain, corned beef offered a reliable source of protein that could be stored without concern for spoilage. Paired with potatoes and occasionally onions, it became a complete, hearty meal in a single pan. Preparation was brief and required minimal effort. Potatoes were boiled or fried, then chopped or mashed. Corned beef was added directly from the tin, broken into small pieces, and mixed thoroughly. Onions were added when available, providing flavor and sweetness. The mixture was heated until lightly browned, producing both aroma and warmth. This meal was often eaten for lunch or an early evening supper. It allowed seniors to conserve energy while ensuring sufficient nourishment. Portions were modest, reflecting appetite and economy. Tinned corned beef hash was practical, filling, and consistent, offering reassurance during quiet days spent alone. The dish matters because it demonstrates adaptation to limited resources. Seniors relied on it to maintain independence without requiring complex preparation. Remembering this meal preserves an understanding of how older generations balanced convenience, cost, and sustenance. It shows that even simple, modest recipes were essential to daily life, providing both comfort and structure in solitary households. Mashed potatoes with gravy. Part 9 examines mashed potatoes with gravy, a meal rooted in familiarity and simplicity. For seniors living alone in Britain, this dish provided both comfort and sustenance. Potatoes were inexpensive, widely available, and easy to prepare, while gravy added warmth and flavor to a humble plate. Preparation required few steps. Potatoes were peeled, boiled until soft, and mashed with a small amount of milk or fat when available. Gravy was made from drippings, stock, or occasionally a thickened broth. The two components were combined or served side by side, forming a filling and easy-to-eat meal suitable for quiet evenings. This dish appeared frequently as a midday or early evening meal. For seniors, it provided necessary calories and a sense of routine. Portions were modest, yet the meal felt complete. It required no elaborate tools or time-consuming effort, making it ideal for those with limited energy or living alone. Mashed potatoes with gravy mattered because it exemplified resilience and practicality. It showed how older generations created satisfying meals from minimal ingredients. Remembering this dish reveals the quiet strategies seniors employed to maintain independence, nutrition, and dignity. Such meals may seem simple, yet they were essential pillars of daily life, reflecting both habit and the careful use of available resources. Bread pudding, quick pan version. Part 10 focuses on bread pudding, a dessert that often doubled as a meal for seniors living alone. In mid-20th century Britain, nothing was wasted, and stale bread was transformed into sustenance. Combined with milk, sugar, and occasionally an egg, bread pudding offered both warmth and calories. Preparation was simple and required minimal equipment. Stale bread was torn into small pieces and soaked in milk until soft. Sugar and egg were mixed in when available. The mixture was poured into a small pan and cooked slowly over low heat, producing a soft, dense pudding. Occasional stirring ensured even cooking and prevented burning. This dish appeared often in the evening or as a lighter supper. For seniors, it provided comfort, nourishment, and a sense of accomplishment. Portions were modest, yet the pudding was satisfying and versatile. Leftovers could be stored briefly, reducing waste and extending the value of limited ingredients. Bread pudding mattered because it reflected ingenuity and resourcefulness. It demonstrates how older generations adapted simple ingredients into meals that were both economical and sustaining. Remembering this dish preserves an understanding of daily life, where routine, thrift, and care defines sustenance. In quiet British kitchens, bread pudding was more than food. It was a testament to patience, tradition, and independence.